Good morning, everyone. I have the pleasure this morning to be with Ngabo, the operation manager from Aldango. Good morning, Ngabo.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. My first question to you this morning will be around your investment into Rwandan activities. And after what happened this year, obviously that's changed the mindset of many operators. What has Aldango attention today when it comes to doing mining in Rwanda?
Thank you very much. This is very interesting questions, and I will try to tackle it by mentioning like 4 points. The first one is political will. There is a political will to integrate fragmented markets through ratification. For example, African Continent Free Trade Area means Rwanda already has started implementing, as by now we have area called a special economic zone where even Aldango is located by now. So this, I think, will attract the investors to come in Rwanda. Second is easy in movement of people and goods. Many countries are addressing non-tariff barriers and requirement of visas, which actually will impact positively trade and the entire economy. Third one is political stability. Most of the African countries, we've been accused of having instabilities in power. But when you see many countries are now building strong institutions, including Rwanda, and fostering rules of law, which creates a conducive and trusted environment for investment. The third one is the African. You see, African is like the youngest continent. This will ensure availability of affordable human resources. The last one, the fifth or the fourth one is an agreement called BIT, bilateral investment treaties. This is like an umbrella clauses to protect an investors. I think that one can really attract an investor in Rwanda.
And support them. Yeah, I agree. And I would say that everything you mentioned is really defining Rwanda really well in the way to really incentivize investment to come to Rwanda. There's a really stable environment. It's called the Switzerland of Africa. It's not for nothing. And there is a really a big push from Rwanda to establish an investment platform in Africa. And I think you're doing a really good job at this, I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to ask you, obviously, the question we can't avoid, COVID-19. How did this impacted Aldango's operation specifically in Rwanda? What did you change?
Thank you very much for this question. It's just like many other sectors worldwide. Aldango has been negatively affected by the pandemic, mostly due to the total lockdown issued by the government in mid-March. It has really halting all business, including also Aldango business. Mining sector in general has also been hit hard by dropping of international prices of minerals, pandemic. Another one is restrictions by the different countries on the air travels also made it almost impossible to supply minerals. So like specific to Aldango, we have tried actually to continue supplying our fine products, but it was really hard. We were hiring the special jets to continue having a strong bond with our buyers, but it was really costly to Aldango.
So, and Gabo, my third question, because I know you mentioned that obviously COVID had negative impact for Aldango, and despite trying to really mitigate the impact with, you mentioned hiring a jet to really continue the operation. Is there any update on Aldango project that you would like to share with us, or any ambition and vision that you want to build for Aldango on the medium and long term?
Yeah, thank you very much. This is actually a very nice question specific to Aldango. First of all, Aldango is a Rwandan private registered legal entity, which has a vision of developing business in the gold and the precious metal sector in Rwanda and the entire continent at large. Like an update by now, Aldango has already upgraded or expanded its capacity to refine raw gold to 10 tons per month by adding a second line in mid-February this year. So we are able to refine 10 tons per month.
That's fantastic.
By now the capacity only we are using less than 30%. So we still have like 10 years still managing the capacity of any suppliers of goods. Another thing is Aldango is currently working with well-known security and logistics providers such as Ferrari, it's a well-known firm, and Transguard. And a part of those security and logistics firms, we are also looking a partnership with different airlines, such as Turkish airline, Qatar, and other airlines just landing here in Rwanda. So with having that opportunity, we are trying to have a partnership with different continents, even countries in worldwide.
Yeah, and it's to really increase the capacity of Aldango on the trade of minerals, I guess, and the precious gold, which is great. Yeah. And I think, as you said, you are still at 30% capacity. That means that there's a lot of margin for to grow Aldango. And Gabo, my last question, I think it's interesting because you are obviously a Rwandan business, and it's great to see that. What would be your advice for any company looking to invest in Africa? But I would ask specifically to invest in Rwanda when it comes to mining. What would you be advising them to do and not to do?
That is very good. I think this is like around the 4 years in Aldango. I can be a good advisor to any investor for what he can do or what he cannot do. First of all, let's see what he can do. He has first to invest in market research. To come in Rwanda on ground and then participate where the area, what is needed in one area. Second is found and work with local partners who will understand the local context. The third one is work with the recruitment firms to get competent and committed team on ground. So this will help really an investor to work with the real person who can help him. So the other one is what actually an investor is not allowed to do.
Yeah, he should not do. Yeah.
yeah. So first of all is he has to avoid or dodging the tax. This is very important. Second is interfering with host countries' internal affairs. Another one is to avoid human rights abuse or labor exploitation. Last one is corporate social irresponsibility. Like the last one, each country has really its culture.
Yeah.
So the culture is really mattering. So when you are investor, you need to respect the corporate social. Thank you.
I think I agree. Thank you, Ngabo. I think it's one of what the point you mentioned is really important, is to really understand the territory that you are investing in and adapting to the culture, understanding the local partners, because it's the only way you're going to build a successful business with local partners. So thank you for that great input again. Aldango will be again the sponsor at Africa Mining Forum, and they will be also speaking in one of our session. And we're truly excited to have you on board again. And Ngabo, thank you very much for today.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.